What up, YouTube? Dart Thub coming at you from my redstone world, where I have, by request, a flying machine for bedrock with return station. I can make it return from either of these or stop from either of these. Okay, I got this entire build from BOB Gaming. I am going to link his video in the description. I highly suggest you check out his channel and subscribe. I just did today. Yeah. You can put the observers there. Those are what activate it. You can put them on the bottom, on the top, or the sides. Any which way it goes, you can just extend this out. You just have to make sure that the redstone does not touch the pistons here. One thing though, the reason that I built it like this is not because that's how his video was. It's because this is the easiest of the three to build. It's got the sleekest profile. You really don't need any of this here. That's just so I have both of the on-off switches right there next to them. You can just put the levers right there on the pistons here. And once that's gone, you can turn it back off and it'll return here. Okay, so I'm going to start with a piece of obsidian in the sky. Okay, it doesn't have to be obsidian, it just has to be an immovable block. I would suggest obsidian so this thing doesn't necessarily break in the future. The only other removable block I know of that's easier to get than obsidian is the grindstone, and there's really no guarantee that that's going to remain immovable, so let's just stick with obsidian. I'm going to place an observer on the side like this. Okay, so that's facing like so. Then we'll take out of that observer, we will come out 3 blocks, and we will take repeaters. The timing on this is necessary. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Watching the video, he said it was necessary. I played around with it, and believe him, it's necessary. I haven't found another timing that works better than this. We're going to come out this far. Yeah, okay, so we're going to take a sticky piston and face it like this off the bottom part of that obsidian. We're going to take blocks and come down like this, out like that. Okay, so now make sure we've got a spot in between this and the next piston. Okay, sticky piston that is. So we're gonna have it like this right here. Okay, and then we put dust here, all along this, and that is our return station. Okay, now to make this the send station, we just put a sticky piston out this way facing the observer, and then we put a lever on top of it, on the side of it, whatever. You remove it, nothing, and you throw it in there and it sends the signal. And that's why I test it first, because if I had my machine on there it would have broke the machine, but you need that there because you need to power both of them. Okay, now you move it, nothing, put it back, boom, they both go at the same time. That is exactly what makes the machine go. Now let's build our flying machine. So we'll put, where's that? Okay, yeah, so we'll put sticky pistons like this, and we'll put 2 sticky pistons along the side of those facing this way, and then 2 more like this. Okay, so then we will put an immovable object in front of this one here, and then we will come down here, this block here. We want to place a block under it so we can place an observer on it, face with the arrow pointing up. Okay, arrow up. We can remove that. And then we'll come over here, and on this one, on the other side, you see how the sticky piston's there. Has to be a space in between that and the sticky piston, because to make this go, that's going to pull the observer that way. And then now we place the observer with the arrow pointing up into that slime block or honey block. We remove this and now that is complete. And come out about that far. We don't really need it to be too far for demonstration purposes. I'll make it go a little further. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then from here, what do we got? Yeah, so that's coming from this. So we will take our We'll take our observer, and you want to make sure that your obsidian is lined up with the sticky block and your observer is lined up with the pistons on the other side. Okay, so you got that. And then we'll pretty much just do the exact same thing on this side that we did on that side. 1, 2, 3 out. Our sticky piston facing out of this one. A sticky piston right there with a gap in between them, and it on the other side, both facing the same direction. And then we will put block down from that, blocks out like so, blocks out like so. And if you don't like using dust, you can always just put a block here and a block here, and your dust will power those blocks and will make the pistons move. We'll do this guy up, and then make sure your repeaters come out and are on 4. Alright, and that's it. Now if I go over here and flip this lever and then back in, there it goes. And it will automatically resend from this point here. Ta-da! Now, with that piston extended, it's going to return from there too. So let's go ahead and make it stop when it gets back here by putting this here. And there we go. Oh, yeah, there we are. And it has stopped. Flip it again, and it goes. Alright, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I try to do things like this every now and again for your viewing pleasure. It's been real. Peace.